Footage has surfaced online of the first ever boxing match on top of a hot air balloon without parachutes, and it was a truly extraordinary event that pushed the limits of both combat sports and extreme stunts. The event took place in Chattanooga, Tennessee, where the two professional boxers, Travis T-Bone Starks and Brandon the Bulldog Wallace, faced off in a thrilling match while suspended thousands of feet in the air atop a hot air balloon. Belal Muhammad has responded to Leon Edwards, explaining why he wasn't fighting him instead of Jack Della Maddalena. In a recent video posted on his YouTube channel, Edwards revealed that he wanted to step in as a replacement for Shavkat Rakhmonov and fight Belal at UFC 315, but it wouldn't make sense to take him off the London card. Leon also claimed that the UFC told him if he beats Sean Brady, he'll get the next title shot. Now, during a recent appearance on the BYM podcast, Belal responded to Leon's comments saying that neither Edwards nor Sean Brady will get the next title fight.
Matt, Belal, have you heard anything about that? The winner gets to face you next? Because I feel that that's kind of what they both think.
I don't know where Leon's thinking, but because like Leon, you have a full 3 years before you can even think about getting a rematch. It's gonna be a long 3 years of fighting contenders for Leon.
Oh, you gotta love it. You gotta love it.
Yeah, what about
you're a son of a
Leon? 3 years. 3 years. Go to London.
But hypothetically, Leon does that. UFC call you. You say no. That he poked me in the eye and made me wait. Is that what you would say?
Oh, 100%. I would make him wait, and then I would. But like I have the next guy in line anyway. I think is Shavkat. So there's nothing I don't think he could do to skip Shavkat. I wouldn't allow that to even happen with Leon.
Yeah. Tony Ferguson recently opened up about the emotional impact of his UFC release. Once considered one of the most dominant and feared fighters in the sport, Ferguson had an incredible 12-fight win streak from 2013 to 2019 before his momentum was halted by a TKO loss to Justin Gaethje. Since then, the 41-year-old has struggled, suffering 8 consecutive losses, leading to his release from the UFC in January. Though Ferguson has hinted at retirement, he has instead made it clear that he intends to keep fighting. He is set to face Dylan Dennis in his Global Fight League debut in Los Angeles on May 11th. In a recent appearance on the Ariel Helwani show, Ferguson reflected on the end of his UFC career and the emotional toll it took on him. Despite recognizing the recent string of losses, accepting that he had to move on from the UFC was still a difficult and emotional experience for him.
I have to tell you, I packed up all my UFC stuff. I put it in the bags, and it was the hardest thing I had to do. It was like a couple days where it took time for me to be able to adjust. And I put everything in big storage bags. And I was ready to move on. And it's almost like I went in The Ultimate Fighter with the purpose of, was winning a fat check so I could help, my family out, my grandma and everything. And then, I ended up getting a contract. So this whole entire process has never been a disappointment, but what it has been is a learning experience of how, 1, I go about my business, 2, about how I treat my close circle, and 3, about how I want to plan for the future. And right now, where we're at in this stage, it's so amazing that there is an opportunity for a lot of other people to be able to display their things and to be able to wear some new clothes and a new jersey and a new fucking name in the shirt. It's such a great feeling to have and such a relief to be able to move on. And
Robert Whittaker has shared his honest prediction for the upcoming title fight between Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev. Speaking on his MMA Arcade podcast, Whittaker advised Ankalaev not to strike with Poatan and picked Pereira to finish the Russian in the very first round.
If Ankalaev doesn't drop level within in the first 3 minutes, I don't think he makes it out of the first round. I don't want to be in that. I don't want to be striking with that guy.
Yeah.
Period. He hits like a truck. He's very comfortable and confident at standing. So, you have to get him on his back in that first round. I'm going to go Pereira.
Daniel Cormier calls BS on Magomed Ankalaev, saying he's looking for a first-minute finish against Alex Pereira at UFC 313. Speaking on the latest episode of Good Guy Bad Guy, DC strongly advised Ankalaev to focus on wrestling Pereira, as he believes Ankalaev has no chance against Poatan in a striking battle.
That when Ankalaev fought Jan Blachowicz. He got kicked so much in the leg that he could barely stand. The reason, and the only reason, he was even able to salvage a draw was because he was able to take him down in the last 2 rounds, hold him down, and beat him up there. Something he should have did a long time before, earlier in the fight. He didn't do that. If he got his legs chopped up by Jan Blachowicz, imagine what's going to happen against Alex Pereira, who has those sneaky little leg kicks. He needs to wrestle, dude. I don't care that it's maybe not as appealing to the fans. Maybe it doesn't show you're brave and tough, but why in the world would anyone go? Dude, Khalil Rountree's face was different. He didn't even look like the same human being after that dude finished hitting him with jabs. So I'm calling BS. I think he's going to change levels early, and I think he's going to change levels often. And if Pereira doesn't defend takedowns better than he did against Izzy, hey, bro, he got taken down by Izzy. I love Pereira, man. But Izzy was on top of him for like 2 minutes.
Alex Pereira recently crossed paths with former UFC welterweight champion Kamaru Usman at the UFC Performance Institute. The two fighters exchanged mutual respect, with Pereira even speaking a bit of English to Usman.
Listen, all his friends at the train gotta be his friend too. What? Yeah, we're friends now. Now we can be friends. Of course. Never not friends. Nunca não amigo. When you're warriors, hey, never not friends. You share some experience. Entre guerreiros, nunca não amigos. Yeah. Now who's playing at the train gotta be a friend too. Me, be our friend too. Practice. Fala pouquinho em português. Practice. You practice in English? É? Fala pra você tá praticando esse inglês, quando você ensina pra
Falando um pouquinho.
Understand.
You understand?
Good.
Alright, sharp.
That's the other thing all.
He's just quiet, so he don't. You understand a little bit? You speak slow, I understand. You speak fast, for me it's difficult.
Hey, like this, don't ever let them know you speak English like this. Every time you saber que você fala inglês, você fica quieto. Exactly. Just you keep it. Then after a finish, big knockout. What's up, Las Vegas?
Magomed Ankalaev continues to take shots at Alex Pereira ahead of UFC 313. This time, the Russian went as far as to accuse Pereira of letting his newfound fame get to him, pointing to the champion's frequent appearances at UFC events. Ankalaev tweeted, "He'd go to all UFC fight to get free alcohol and get camera time. On the other hand, I've been training so hard March 8th, alcohol not help you." Pereira did not take kindly to Ankalaev's remark about attending UFC events for free alcohol. As many know, Alex has had a history with alcohol addiction, which likely fueled his frustration with Ankalaev's comment.
Bom, sinceramente, isso aí eu nem ligo, né, do que ele fala. Eu acho que das coisas mais que ele falou mais foi esse lance do álcool, né, que não é, eu não fico assim com esse sentimento só por mim, porque eu sei o sofrimento das pessoas, né, então ele tá brincando com o sentimento dos fãs, com o sentimento das pessoas que passa por isso, né? Mas o que ele vai fazer na luta, o que vai deixar de fazer, eu mesmo aqui eu fico na minha, eu não falo nada. Se eu falar aqui e eu não fizer, pô, vai ficar feio pra mim. Então, se ele não conseguir fazer o que ele falou, pô, ele vai ter consequências com isso. Então, eu não ligo.